The first thing I will say is that I agree with you that the name Topanga, like many other names I have heard in the last, say, 20 or 30 years, is probably one of the silliest names I've ever heard of. And what really ticks me off is these parents will give this additional name burden to a kid that already may be suffering from obesity or from crooked teeth or from some other physical or mental deformity which causes them to already be made fun of, and then they have to deal with this on top of that. That's kind of cruel. If you're going to give a kid a funky name like that, make sure to give them like a first name or another different middle name which would cause them not to be made fun of so much, like a John or a Bill or a Nancy or something like that, that would cause these kids not to be made such fun of, and then the kid could choose for him or herself which name they would really rather go under than that. Okay? So that's the first thing I'm going to say is, parents, be nicer to your kids. Don't give them names like that. Secondly, I would like to say that William Daniels also played in Boy Meets World, and he did not get near enough credit for what he originally did in Knight Rider. I think he did a better job in Knight Rider than he ever did in Boy Meets World, and I feel really bad that he didn't get near enough credit for Knight Rider. And for William Daniels, I say bravo to you for doing a very good job on Knight Rider. Okay, and so I say to you, I hope you get a chance to do another Knight Rider project. I think you are as much a star as David Hasselhoff, and so there you go. Now, I will tell kids, there is the song from Frankie Valli that says, My Eyes Adored You. There are times when that song is appropriate, then there are other times when it really is not. Okay, you already have a kid, they're on poor street, they've got physical deformities or mental deformities or something else wrong with them or something that causes them not to be able to socialize like everybody else, and then they hear a song like that and they just go completely melancholy. And some kids go beyond melancholy and then they end up in a graveyard. And what I want to say to these kids is, please, don't end up in the graveyard. Okay, that's the biggest mistake you can ever make. I know these gals are telling you one story, but I'm going to tell you a different story. These gals like your brains a lot more than they like your bodies, okay? I know it doesn't seem that way at first, but it's absolutely true. And if you have enough brains, you can actually make a relationship, whereas just relying on your body, no, it doesn't work that way. And here's the way it actually works. What you'll do is, using your brains, you'll get yourself a higher paying and better job, which in turn will make you more and more financially independent, which gals really like, because then they don't have to worry about the financial problems and the whole 9 yards and the financing, the whole 9 yards, because you've got the money and everybody else does not. And you got the money through your intelligence. Let me tell you something, your brains are definitely going to outlast your body. And I know there was a guy that totally disagreed with me on this, and quoting from Gone with the Wind. Do you remember the movie Gone with the Wind, where Rhett Butler was telling Scarlett O'Hara, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Well, here, let's use that. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Number one, you can have a car accident which could leave you as a quadriplegic. Let me tell you something, your mind will definitely last longer than your body on that one. You can eat unhealthily, and it doesn't matter how athletic you are. If you eat unhealthily enough times, you can end up with a blood clot, which could cause you to have a stroke or a heart attack, which could end up leaving you without the use of your body, and your mind will last a lot longer than that. So it doesn't matter how you end up with an infirm condition, your body can become infirm very, very quickly. I've watched a ton of kids out there. They've watched the old television show Jackass. Now they're trying to emulate it. You emulate it and you do something horribly wrong, and you can end up just like a quadriplegic or whatever. And in the end, your mind definitely outlasts your body. So my mentality, and let's say you're just driving down the road, somebody wrecks into your car. I've had that happen to me. Some guy decided he didn't want to stop for the stoplight, so he stopped for my car instead. And fortunately, I came out without a scratch. Some people don't. So if you come out of your car, you end up with a quadriplegic, you're still going to be in that situation where your mind outlasts your body. So let me tell you something. Gals, really pay attention to your mind. And they may flirt with the guy that has the great body, but they think gals definitely realize at a certain point that body will disappear, and what they're going to be left with is the mind that's inside of it. And let me tell you something, that mind's a boring mind. They're going to be a very unhappy wife. But if your mind is more interesting, they're going to take you over that hunk of a guy, because they're going to know that hunk of the guy will not stay that way forever, but your mind will, or a lot longer anyway. Your mind will last longer than your body. It's just that simple. Okay? So don't get discouraged. If you are feeling melancholy because you're just not getting a date or whatever, come to my channel, learn my stuff, get a better paying job, and then go get a date. And I'm certainly not finished posting videos, so there's going to be a lot more education. And I will tell you that there are some bad teachers. There are actual bad teachers. Some teachers are very good. Some teachers are incredibly bad. And these teachers are really not aware that they are affecting possibly even their own economic future by just simply not telling kids certain things. And I met a teacher once, went through his class, and he later told me that I didn't need to know Euclid's Elements. Well, using the line from Rhett Butler, I don't give a damn whether you think I need that stuff. I needed it, and I needed it right then, and when you didn't give it to me, I didn't prosper. And because I didn't prosper, your tax level didn't go up, and property, the whole thing is that an economic problem developed because you didn't educate me enough. What you do, you are affecting your future. You just don't know it, but you are. Because that's a lack of tax revenue, that's lack of donations, the whole 9 yards. All because you thought I didn't need to know about Euclid's Elements. Well, I'm not that kind of teacher. I don't care whether you think you need to know something or not. I'm going to teach it to you anyway, and you can be mad at me all you want. It doesn't matter. The point is you learned something from me, and I really believe it's valuable to you. And I will dig into the furthest of furthest reaches, and I'll teach you stuff that maybe you think you need it, and maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. I'm going to continue teaching it anyway, because I think you need it. And I don't care if anybody else doesn't think you need it. I think you need it, and I'm going to give it to you. And I will never stop. So, if you're needing homework help, if you're needing economic training, you're trying to get a better type of job, come to my channel, learn, and then go on. That's the purpose of my channel. My channel is not here to entertain you so much as it is to educate you. And hopefully you've gotten quite an education already, and there's a lot more to come. I mean, I got books out the wazoo, so I am telling you there's a lot more to come. And I know that may be upsetting to some people. I don't care if it's upsetting to some people. The point is, I'm going to keep right on teaching my YouTube channel. And if you have those melancholy feelings, you come over here, you learn my stuff, you get yourself a better job, and you go get the girl. And don't listen to Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli is talking about a particular type of situation which I don't think you're facing. Okay? So, there you have it. There you go. That is my response. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.